Okay, I'm live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a reading for Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, and pretty much we all have Earth. We all have everything in our chart. So this can be for anyone. If the title brought you, if your intuition brought you, whatever brought you, this could definitely be for you. And my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. I've chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I've let the universe choose a song for you. And the title of your song is Washing Over Me, which is interesting because one of these cards, this is your third card, this is all about going with the flow. um, and I think in the book it even says something about, letting I forget how it put it, but something about washing over me. Um, so anyway, let me dive in and we'll we'll touch upon that some more. So we start with the regeneration card in the protection position. And this is basically saying like it's time to let something go. It's time to let it die because something new wants to be reborn. Um, something really beautiful wants to be born, but it can't if you don't just light a match and let it all burn away. So yeah, definitely needing to let go and then to learn to be flexible and adaptable with whatever you're facing, that because you're holding on so tight, it's made you somewhat rigid. And maybe you're trying to control something and it's not working in your favor, and it's like it's needing to shake it off, to release that grip and to learn how to be solid and stable in what you know within yourself, but then also be willing to sway like the tree, you know solidly rooted but can handle a storm. And yes, to the sea, all about going with the flow, which I think pairs well with the flexible card. It's very, yeah, just needing to release control of something, washing over me. I get this sense of like, trying to hold back, hold back the wave, and it's like, I almost have this vision of like a sorcerer or something using their magic to hold the wave back, and they're using everything they have, and then it's like just letting it down, letting that wave wash over you because it's that wave is cleansing in some way, and it's especially in this card, the tree is very blue, very water like, coming up out of the fire, the burned ashes. So if you're holding back emotions, if you're holding something back that's really um if you're experiencing something that's painful that you don't want to think about. Hey, Princess K, hello, welcome. um that you just want to let it wash over you. You just want to let it come, because then, the tide, it will go out. The waves come, they go back, and there's some kind of cleansing um in this, in letting this happen. Because when what you resist persists. When you hold the emotions back, they just get bigger. So when you can just let them happen, when you can just be there, sit with them, it's not comfortable. It can be painful, but then they dissipate. So let's look at I picked up the wrong deck. Yeah, I want to start. I want to start with my good tarot. I always start with good tarot. What does a good tarot have to say? Love. We could be speaking about a romantic relationship here. Needing to let someone go that doesn't serve you anymore. But it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be some kind of collaboration, some person in your life. Um, and ultimately, this card can speak to loving yourself, putting yourself first, that whatever you've been trying to stay in control of, it's happening from a place of fear, and fear comes from a place of not loving the self. Fear comes from ego. And ego is just trying to protect at all costs, and it's not always for your best good. So, what else? What else? Messenger of water. Okay. Um yes, this definitely could be romantic. This definitely could be somebody who you really love, or some kind of romantic attraction, some kind of admiration. Somebody loves you, you love them, but needing to let it go perhaps, or needing to let something old go in order to let something new come in. This card also speaks to learning to love the self more. Self-love, self-healing on the call. And this card is all about um, prosperity through living your purpose, through doing what you know you were put on this planet to do. There's needing to go with the flow. There's what? Let me pick one more. Yeah, Eight of Earth, which is all about gaining knowledge, advancing yourself and your skills in some way, becoming grounded through doing something that you really enjoy and getting better at it in the process. So this could be that there's there's something that you're meant to do, and it could have to do with somebody else. It could, through living your purpose, through doing something you enjoy, where you're building your knowledge base, your skill set, all that. It's it could be that it's leading you towards somebody who's going to be really helpful in your life. Who's if you're single, if you're, if you're single, you could be meeting someone through doing your thing, doing following your calling. Um, but it could also be just following that call, doing what you enjoy, what you were made to do, is helping you to fall more in love with yourself. So take it as it resonates. Okay, so I'm going to look at the Oracle Tarot now, get a little more clarification on this. I'm curious what needs to die out. If unexpected revelation. Huh. Okay. Definitely heartbreak. Feeling stabbed in the heart. Something happened and you're having trouble letting it go. And it could be that it's, you feel betrayed by someone. They went outside the relationship, whatever happened. Um, and yet you still love them. And you're like, well, I'll forgive you. But meanwhile, you're like totally hurt. Or this could also be just it's somehow it's hanging on, even though you need to let go. Despite your pain, you're still hanging on. And I want and it falls on love. So I think there's letting some kind of relationship go. And then we get ego and internal politics. Someone was sneaky. Someone lied. Someone was very deceitful because they were all caught up in their ego, needing to, I don't know. I mean, the ego is all about, you know, um, immediate gratification. And it's keeping, it's either keeping, this is either you remaining stuck because you still love the person even though they hurt you, or this is them being stuck and not being able to get out of their deceitful ways. Hmm. And taking a stand. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is you needing to stand up for yourself, to call a spade a spade. If anyone's coming at you, to just stand in your power, hold your own. It's kind of defending yourself, knowing you have what it takes to bring something really amazing to the table, to the world. And this could be someone questioning you, somebody jealous. This could be you seeing a situation for what it is finally. That you have my cat. Kitty, get down. Oh, she's actually listening. That's amazing. Okay. I'm kind of okay, one thing that's coming to me is that you're finally seeing the reality of a situation, the truth. You some kind of unexpected revelation broke your heart. You've discovered you were deceived, lied to because of someone's big old ego, and you're like, "Wait a second. This isn't cool. I deserve better than this." And you're learning to you're maybe for the first time, you're putting yourself first and you're like, I love myself enough to to call it quits, to walk away, to let this die. And maybe you're realizing this has been going on for a while. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so then let's look at Wisdom of Avalon. The dragon, power and strength. This might have come up in my reading for you last time. This is standing in your power, having the strength to let something go. It takes a lot of strength to let something go that you don't want to let go, but it's for your best good. And this is you like finally doing it. Well done. You, earth sign. The raven, magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. By walking away, by learning to go with the flow, things are going to line up really magically, really synchronistically. Because you're telling the universe, I come first. I respect and care about myself enough to do what's right for me. And the universe is like, okay, rewarded. And the wasp, oh boy, anger, retaliation and jealousy. Someone may not like you walking away. Typically, people, the kind of codependent types of connections where somebody expects you to keep coming back and you finally say no. And again, this can be any kind of connection. Doesn't have to be romantic. But you finally put yourself first, you walk away, that can really piss them off. They can be like, "Hey, get back here. Where are you going? This conversation isn't over." And you're like, "Yes, it is. I'm done." And that could cause them to want to retaliate, to get revenge somehow. And jealousy. I did mention that with this card as well. Maybe somebody's ego is, maybe they're having a problem. Their ego is having a problem because they're jealous. Maybe you're starting to stand in your power and they really wish they could do that. And that's really rubbing them the wrong way, that you're like following the call. I have to do what I have to do. You're connected to your higher power and you're taking those steps, and somebody is really threatened by that. Especially once the magic starts happening and the good things, the synchronistic events, all the stuff starts coming in. You being in your power and strength, that is so threatening for someone. Wow, this is quite the soap opera. I don't usually get soap operas like this. It's funny. Okay. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I can somewhat relate to this reading myself. Okay, so let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. Stress. This is self-inflicted stress. And no. Yeah. This is you trying to hmm hmm hmm. I think this is could potentially be where you're at, and you've had this unexpected revelation. You've been trying to be all the things and do all the things for a person. And oftentimes this little monkey here reminds me of the universe being like, I'm going to pop your bubble. This could be your person who just gets a kick out of seeing you fall. Some people are just like that. They like to reminds me of my son. He's young. He hasn't figured it out yet, but he thinks it's hilarious when people get hurt. Of course not him. But he loves watching videos of people eating it in some way. And I'm like, "But think about how you feel. It hurts." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you think it hurts them?" "Yeah." But he's still laughing. Some people never grow out of that. And I feel like you're dealing with someone here who's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do all these things for me, but then I'm going to pull the rug out from under you. I'm going to burst your bubble." Just cuz. Who knows? Usually those people are the ones who have had it really rough in their life, and it's like they turn around and do it to you because it was done to them. Maturity. This is you stepping off that bubble before it gets popped. Maybe because we have another bubble here, probably you have found yourself on this bubble more than once. There have been many, many bubbles, and it has been popped many times. And you're finally like, you know what? Done. You're stepping off, you're dropping all the things, and this is allowing you to blossom within. And there's all this, like all around her, all the trees are bare. And so it's like, the world around is devoid of life. Is in that time of winter where it just feels like, ugh, everything's dead. But no, in fact, you by you stepping up, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You are blossoming within, and that's what's going to help the world around you grow. Blossom. It's going to be a ripple effect. It's your life is going to start reflecting you inside. Better to say your life always reflects what's going on inside. And now that you're making that inside change, that inner change, you're going to see that start reflecting outside of you. And fighting. Yeah. Yeah, you're just doing your thing is really ruffling someone's feathers. They really they really have a problem with it. Fighting, defending, you feeling like you need to defend because someone is very jealous. But so much of this card, it's like the figures are fighting, but it's clouds. Clouds speak to me of kind of what's going on in the mind. So a big part of this situation could be around you feeding the drama, and you being like, "Oh, they're coming at me. Okay, I got to put on my armor. I got to fight them." And I feel like it's really really important, especially because we have maturity here, to understand that fighting back doesn't it just makes it worse. It closes you off. It's in your mind. Whatever issue someone is having with you, that's their issue. That's going on in their own reality. Your reality is different, and you don't need to defend yourself. You can stand there in your power and strength and say, I believe in what I am doing because I am being called to do it. But you don't have to fight. You can simply stand there. Non-reaction is the best defense, because if it's like trying to punch a cloud. You don't hit anything, nothing, your fist goes right through. If you're just like, okay, that's how you feel, that's too bad, I'm still gonna do me. It's taking off the armor, it's being vulnerable and standing in your vulnerability, and that's where your strength lies. And it's loving yourself so much, putting yourself first, that you don't get phased when somebody tries and throws those daggers at you, the words, the psychological whatever craziness. um yeah, try to get in a place of non-reaction. That'll get them. Yeah, I have a I have a bumper sticker on one of my drawers in my room, and it says, it's funny, I should know this, I look at it every day. It says, love your enemies, it really confuses them. All right, here we go. Let's end with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love and who you love, starting with yourself. That's right. Being loyal to yourself and what you love will invite in others who are loyal to you and what they love. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Oh my goodness. Kitty. I'm going to throw a shoe at her. Haha, that worked. I might have gotten this for you last time. The abundant universe will provide. It provides the magic and the synchronicities. Your higher power is lining things up, is sending that call out to you. You got to trust, go with the flow, know that you're being led where you need to go. Be flexible in the messages that you receive, in the people that line up so perfectly on your path. Follow the maze. Excuse me. And crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Yeah. Yep. This is all about your relationship with your higher power, which comes down to your relationship with yourself. Because you're a spark of, you're a little spark from the main bonfire. We all are. And when you understand that inherently, you know that about yourself. Um, that's when you can own your power. That's when you realize how powerful you actually are. So it's good. So good. This is wow, drama full. Quite the reading, but strong, powerful, flexible, letting it go. Letting it go. It's time for you to move in a new direction in your life, regardless of what other people think or do. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And thanks so much for joining me, by the way. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.